Pearl City Boys, episode 9. Mike and Tyler, how you doing, buddy?
¿Qué pasó, chico?
No habla español.
Fui a la Florida y ahora yo soy Puerto Rican.
Is this from you being in Florida for last weekend?
You see it?
Say Puerto Rican pride.
Sí, papi.
Nice. How you feeling, man?
Yo tengo hambre.
Okay, I can't do the whole thing in
Okay.
Spanish, though, man. I can't do it.
Okay.
I don't know what you're saying.
I hope I said what I thought I said.
You probably didn't. I'm willing to bet money that you did not say what you think you said.
We'll find out.
We will find out. How's Florida, buddy?
We already talked about it
Did we already talk about it?
last podcast.
Then why are you bringing up Florida again?
Because I forgot to wear the shirt.
That was so last podcast.
I know, but I
ago.
forgot to wear the shirt.
You're really throwing me off on that.
Now I'm stuck in this medium. I had to wear it once.
Yeah, my shirt. I had a shirt on that was like one size too small. I had to change shirts, so I didn't look like a. No, because this is what happened. I asked you. I said, "Hey, man, does this shirt look too small?" And you said, "No, man, it's fine." And I saw a look in your eye. I knew that you were gonna fucking bring it up on the podcast. You were gonna be like.
Oh, I was.
The first thing you were gonna say was, "Well, man, shirt's a little tight, huh?"
Yeah, it was. You know me so well.
I know, man. Listen, this is week 9. We've been doing this 9 weeks straight.
Oh man, yeah. I
I'm
tried to
learning.
hold back some stuff to keep you on your toes, but you got the best of me there. That shit was tight.
It's like an undershirt. It's meant to be tight, right? I think.
Wow.
Not that tight. Maybe I'm
A couple
just
years ago it was.
getting yoked, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yoked City.
Oh, man. So,
Maybe when you were 18, that would have fit.
oh, Queens above 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, so this is our first podcast of our double podcast week. I feel like we got a lot of good topics, a lot of good stuff to talk about. I'm actually really excited. Speaking of Queens above 18, which is, I forget who, is that a Fed smoker thing? From
No,
your
that's-
mom's house?
That's the king.
Who's the king?
That bald guy that wakes you up in the morning.
Okay. I thought it was Fed
He's
smoker.
like-
No?
It's time to get up, honey. And he's just talking to himself in the TikTok thing.
No, but speaking of Queens above 18, how creepy are 18-year-old fetishes? Like, how fucking weird is that?
Like Bad Bobby, baby.
Oh, like Baba Dabby, Bad Baby? Yeah.
Bobby Dobby. What is that?
I didn't know what it was. For the longest time, I said Baba Dabby.
There's H's thrown around in there. It's not
Yeah.
just Bad Baby.
Exactly. It's Baba Baby.
Bobby Dobby.
No, yeah. How weird is it that you're like, okay, if I fucking find this attractive or try and have sex with this, I'm going to go to jail. Oh, I finally can do it now. Like, that's so fucking weird that you're, like, excited for someone to finally be legal, that you can put your penis inside of them or, you know, whatever. Like, isn't it so fucking weird? Or am I just imagining
Well,
that?
yeah, it's weird because, like, when you think of 18, it's because they're just legal. Like, you're just on the line. So it's like,
Taboo. But weird.
yeah, but it's like because it's almost wrong is why it's hot. Like what they think.
I just feel like that's one of the almost wrong things that I just like can't. That's like on the board of like pedophilia, and I get 17 or whatever, but like it's just in my head thinking about it. Like I know that that's such a big like fucking Pornhub category. Like finally 18, 18th birthday, whatever. But like I just can't in my head like the whole fucking Bad Baby thing. You know she made like $1 million that first day she did
In
OnlyFans.
6 hours or
In
something.
6 hours.
Like at midnight, so there's people waiting.
And dude, she's been famous since she was 14, like years old. So there were people waiting for fucking 4.5 years since she was 14 to see her naked. How fucking gross is that?
You know, a lot of people say it. If you're old enough to set the table, you're old enough to eat.
Who the fuck says that, Tyler?
I don't say it.
Who the fuck says that?
I've heard it thrown around.
By who?
People I'd rather not to mention.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so I guess piggybacking off of that, you're on Tinder, right, T?
I am.
What's your age limit on Tinder?
Well,
what do you
here
have
we
that
go.
shit set at?
I think the lowest it goes to 18, so it's just like 18 to 50 or something.
You got the whole like plethora, the whole
Yeah.
yeah.
If I could throw in some cougars, that's why it's that hot.
Oh.
You might get lucky.
So, have you ever gone on a date or messaged a girl that was like, you were talking to a girl that's 18, and then you were talking to a girl that was 40, a woman that was 45?
Like simultaneously?
Yeah. How different is that conversation?
I'm sure I have, but nothing comes to my mind.
We just went out to lunch today, and we were talking about just like hip things that kids are saying now, and you didn't know half the things. I didn't even know half the shit. Could you imagine the difference in conversation between talking to an 18,
Yeah.
a queen above 18, and a queen way above 18?
Yeah. One's gonna be like, dead ass B, no cap. I was shooting blocks outside the crib. And then the other person would be like, yeah, my securities account has finally reached the. I don't even know.
What accent was that?
That was my
securities
sophisticate
account.
Yeah,
One is
I can retire in 7 years if I keep my dividends up, high percentage yield.
Who are you fucking? What? First of all, what are you swiping on? Those are the two polar opposites that you were
It's a
talking
little
to.
bit extreme. But
No, I'm sure, but I'm sure it's also not a little extreme.
it's also not.
Are you on Tinder a lot?
A good fair amount, yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Being with someone, excellent. Really great. I do miss the endless swiping, though. There's something therapeutic about swiping and having something be like, boom, this person also finds you attractive. That's like, was kind of cool. It was a weird high that you got.
A little adrenaline rush.
It was, right? But I'll tell you what. So,
Think I'm hot?
I was on, I've been on dating apps for, periodically throughout my life, right? But what's funny is every time I get on it, I see the exact same people. Like, I feel like their feet are stuck in cement and they never fucking leave.
Never.
And it doesn't matter what dating app it is, it's the exact same people on each one of the apps.
And I'll match with the same exact people and I have the same exact conversations.
Do they realize that's the same person, or is it just
I have no idea. They have to. If I do, they have to.
Do they? Do they ever bring up the fact that they match with you again? Like, hey, fancy seeing you here.
I've got it a couple times, but there's more people that I've matched with second, third, fourth time that don't say it, and they're still as boring. Like, obviously, what you're doing isn't working.
Have you ever matched with someone again and then tried to give them tips on, like, listen, you're doing this. This is the third time we've matched. This isn't working. Or are you just like, shit, we're both in the same place. Maybe I'm not.
No, I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah, what did you say?
I would basically what you just said. I'd be like, listen, how often do you actually meet people on here? Because you're like very bland. It's like dating salt.
And we know that you like a buffet. You like your options.
Live life like a buffet.
You're not trying to date salt. You want some paprika.
And they'll just give you some boring ass answer. I'm not really on here, but
I
like to talk to people. Well, you're not even talking to me.
You know that if they are swiping on you, that they're fucking always on here.
Yeah.
Like, what a dumbass fucking excuse to be like, oh, yeah, I'm not on here when they matched with you like 2 minutes after you matched with them.
Yeah.
Come
on. Right after I matched. Bitch, you got Tinder Platinum.
You saw that I matched with you and then matched with me.
Yeah. You got a notification for me.
Question. There you go. Do you pay for all those like Tinder Plus or Bumble Plus or whatever?
I have once just to see the difference. Mm-hmm. Not worth it.
Did you feel like you were kind of like paying for sex because it's like a one up? It's like a cheat code.
No, because you still got to put the work in. You might match, but that doesn't mean you're hooking up.
Did you find that it worked? Did you get better?
I think it was maybe worse.
Really? Why?
It's like, I don't know. They give you unlimited swipes or something. Is it always unlimited?
I have no idea. It's been a minute since I've been on.
What? I don't know. It just wasn't worth it. Like, it's like they hook you on there for something. Like, maybe it's Bumble. They stop your swipes. One of them I've paid. Maybe both of them I've paid to see. But it's not worth it. No.
Who didn't Tim say he paid like Match.com? That one's like crazy expensive, right?
Oh, we're named.
If I remember. Yo, Timothy, shout out.
Listen to the podcast.
He doesn't even matter. Yo, he met his possibly past future fiance there, so like I'm sure he's fine with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he told me he spent like $100, I think, or something like that on Match. That's you are putting money up front to find love. That's bold.
Yeah, it's like $40-$60 a month or something. It's expensive.
Something crazy.
Which, how do you feel about that? Like, the dating apps, Hinge, Tinder, Bumble, they seem fine to me for like a millennial like me.
Sure.
Match seems like it's for older people that are more serious, but he's our age.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing, or is it just? Do you feel that way too?
I don't know. I've never used Match. I've never been on it. So like
But it's
I'd say out of all of them.
advertised as in the commercials as older people.
Okay, question. This will be fun. Let's rank the dating apps.
Okay.
Which dating app do you find is the trashiest to the most elegant? And which do you find is like your best? Jesus Christ, I just hit your camera.
Down goes everything.
Your best chance to get laid
Am I good?
versus yeah, I got you, man. Your best chance to get laid versus like marriage. Like, what are you thinking? Oh, that's perfect.
How many apps? Let's lay them out.
Let's lay them out. We got Tinder,
Tinder,
Bumble, Hinge,
Hinge. I mean, are we counting Plenty of Fish and?
Match, Plenty of Fish. 5.
Okay.
It's fair, right? I think that's
Sure.
a pretty fair assessment.
Which one? What?
So which one? So first, let's rank them by easiest to have sex to hardest to have sex. Go.
Easiest to have sex? Bumble.
Why?
Because they have to message first, so you're not. If you match on Tinder or anywhere else that you have to message first,
Yeah.
it's always the guy and you're waiting on the woman. If the woman messages first,
She's already.
you're already halfway there.
She's checked in. Okay. So matching with someone on Bumble, you're getting your dick wet. Next. Second best odds.
It's for the same category?
Yeah. We're ranking it.
Well, see, and it's weird because I've never had success on Hinge because everything I get is fucking Canada.
Canada. All right. So you're not willing to cross international waters to have sex. Is that what you're
Can't.
You can't. You're right. COVID, the vid. All right. So Hinge is 5th. Yeah?
4th.
You can't cross international waters, but you might be able to make it work somehow. Okay.
You can have
That
phone
makes
sex.
Yep. All right. Cool. 4th. What's second?
Second's Tinder.
Tinder. I agree with that. Yep.
Better quality on Tinder.
Better quality of women?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Why?
Just what it is. I don't have an answer why.
You don't have the
I'm not a
science
woman. I
behind it.
couldn't tell you.
Well, you've been on it for long enough. You should be able to know. Why are they
It's just the go-to. It's
the easiest? It's the low-hanging fruit.
it is the Chipotle to the Moe's and other
Qdoba?
shit. Qdoba. Just what it is. Marketing.
Okay, it's marketing. I can get that. All right. So then what would it be? So you said Hinges last or whatever. So
4th.
Plenty of Fish. I've never even been on Plenty of Fish.
I haven't either.
All right, so there's somewhere in the middle. What about Finding for Love? If you're trying to find love, what dating app are you going on?
If I knew, I'd be on it. I've been ready to be wifed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you been working? Have you met anyone? Have you been having any good conversations?
Good conversations are hard to come by.
Really?
Everybody is just so
Can I
fucking
read one of your Tinder
dull.
conversations on the air?
I just downloaded it.
Can I read one of them? Do you got any of them?
No,
That'd be
but-
a fun thing. Doesn't everyone want to
I'll be.
hear?
How about this? I'll get on it, and for the next podcast, I'll have material for you.
Okay.
Now that I know that I'm doing it.
We're trying to find you love. And that could be your guys' first fucking date, Tyler. We'll get you a girl,
Put her
and
on
then
the
we'll bring
podcast?
her on the podcast.
We need another mic.
I'll get another mic. We'll be
And
good.
camera.
We got one. We're Gucci. No, we'll put you two on the same camera so you guys are like together. It'd be cute.
Okay. Be like a little love show.
Oh my! And I could be the host. This sounds fucking awesome. Hey everyone, if you want to see the love show on the next podcast,
The love show.
the love show on the next podcast with Tyler and his Tinder date, give this video a like or thumbs up or comment and let us know because that sounds dope.
I'd be down with that.
You'd
That'd
be
be
down
fun
with
as hell.
That'd be a dope first date, right?
Yeah.
I could ask you guys like relationship questions.
Oh, you could grill us.
Yeah.
It might not work out right
No,
here
she
on
might
table.
Fucking leave.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a dope idea. All right, cool. I'll tell you what, though. I remember when I was on Tinder, I set just for like shits and giggles, I set my age to like 50.
Your age?
No, like not my age. That'd be lying. Like the age I was looking at, I was like, I wonder who's on this app. And I felt like some people, I was like, they might
Oh,
have
mine's
been,
all the way up.
they're But I would look at people and I'd be like, you know what? You might have been very attractive like 25 years ago. At what point do you think people just like stop being attractive to you? Like, as I get that being attractive is like in the eye of the beholder or whatever, but at some point, example, there's a girl that we went to high school with that I always remember being so attractive. And I saw her again and I was like, what the fuck happened? And again, this is all whatever because who am I to judge how attractive someone is? But I remember like I just saw them and I was like, you are not attractive to me anymore. And I scrolled back like a fucking weirdo on their Instagram and it was like periodically it was like fucking transforming of a Pokemon. I was like, what the fuck happened? Have you like Had that
Question.
happen before? Yeah.
For this person or in general, are we talking about because they've done things like
Not personality traits.
not so
Like
physical traits,
purely just the look of
but
them.
are we talking Botox? Are we talking
No.
what are we doing here?
I'm just talking like age was not kind to them
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
in all
A
facets.
lot of people.
And but
Sometimes
this
it's
is like this baffled me just because I'm 27. Like this is only in a like less than 10 years, that this kind of
it's been 10 years already.
yeah.
It's a little crazy.
But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at what point does that just cuz I always, I've heard not stories, but I've talked to people and they're like, "I was a real stunner." Someone was like they were really, breaking hearts and I'm like, "Fucking
A lot of people.
win."
Like you could
Fucking
go
win.
through your I don't know, I was gonna say Facebook and I'm not on Facebook, like your yearbook and be like, wow, I used to have the biggest crush on them. And then you would see them and you'd be like, back then I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I don't know.
Right? But like, isn't that so interesting how you can be so infatuated or think someone is so attractive and that just changes? Like you'll see them again and be like,
Like I
maybe
said
not.
before though, when you think that you like somebody, they look better. So maybe they've always looked the same and now that you're not around them, you
That could
don't
be
get
it, too.
that.
These are just things
It
that
brings
pop
you
into my
back
head.
to neutral.
Yeah, you were in 4-wheel drive and then you would fucking pop the tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then you
No,
popped the
that-
clutch and got the fuck out of there.
No, for sure. I don't know. Those are just things I think about, especially like when I was just randomly scrolling on Tinder for the
Do you want to drop a name?
cougars. No, I'm not
Okay.
dropping a name. Tim's the only name I'll drop on.
Okay. Yeah, fuck him. No, it happens a lot. And I don't even know like I don't know why. Cuz like obviously I liked them before. It has to be just because I haven't talked to them or been around them that they don't like cuz they're the same person. If we're not talking about like physical changes.
Yeah. But are they yeah, you're right. Do you ever think about people that you like had things with and like this are like years and years ago. So like think beginning of high school, right? And then now you see them and they maybe they're married now, maybe they've had kids, maybe they've been through some shit and you're just like perfect fucking example. I took Ara to what's it, 8th grade, like an 8th grade formal dance. You remember Ara, right?
How could you forget?
How could you forget? Although, how could you forget? It doesn't really. I mean, back in the day, she's not what she is now. Ara now like sells her pussy for fucking money. I don't think she actually does that, but literally,
might think she
she
does that.
probably does. Literally has a big
Shout
old,
out Ara.
shout out
Get your
Ara
money,
Lynn.
girl.
Yeah, right.
Get the bag.
Big old fake ass, big old fake titties, and I'm like, I went on a date with that before she was that. Like, do you ever think of stuff like that? Do you have anyone?
That's
that
a
you...
physical change though.
Sure, I know. I'm evolving from our original conversation here. But like that's crazy too.
Well, yeah, they're both crazy. People
Like
change.
Every once in a while she'll pop up my newsfeed. I'm like, I can't believe I checked out that library book before people like fucking wrote in it and like ripped all the pages out. I was one of the first borrowers.
I don't know how I ended up with it, but I have like a
That was funny.
Playboy magazine with her as like the centerfold,
No,
or
you
she's
did
on the
not.
cover of it or something.
She was not in Playboy.
Not Playboy.
I saw the magazine that was at your house.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I have it,
Yeah.
which is also kind of wild. She might be famous wherever she is, like doing
I
what
think
she
she's in
does.
Miami. I think she's just a stripper.
I thought she was in
slash
Atlanta
cam
or
girl.
something.
I don't know. Good for her. Can we all just give a round of applause for Ara Lynn? Yeah, I don't know. But
But I also see people that'll be like, wow. Like, you'll be thinking, like, wow, that chick was so cute. Like, and then you'll see her again and be like, yup, still got it for you.
yeah. I for sure. I'm trying to think who. What about teachers? Did you ever have teachers that you thought were attractive in school and then saw them again later on? You were like, they could still get it, or like,
No, teachers
Yeah,
were always
what?
like, it was so taboo to see them outside of school. I never really saw many.
I fucking love seeing teachers outside of school.
I never really did. We don't hang around in the same square.
No, I hung out in the teacher circle.
I wish I saw some of them again.
I'll tell you what, there are some teachers that I remember. Can we name drop teachers, or are we not name dropping?
I will follow suit, but I won't be the first.
All right. I remember it was right after the Mamos or Vili debacle happened, and
Yeah.
I remember seeing them out at like a grocery store together, and it was right after like the whole fucking, I don't know if it was an affair or whatever. All I know is that they were both married and they stopped being married.
Facts.
And I remember seeing that and I was like, oh shit. It was like seeing a fucking wild animal.
Yeah, Miss Veely was one of them.
She was
She was a smoke show teacher.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't remember when I had her.
She was like 12 feet
Yeah,
tall.
she
or
was-
could
yeah.
tell if we were just really short.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. She seemed like a fucking giraffe up
Like
there.
an Amazonian woman. That was part of
Yeah.
the appeal.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. This is weird things I remember. I remember she used to wear turtlenecks with like the necklace that would come out of the turtleneck thing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I remember that was like the weirdest fucking thing. But it always just made me look at her like chest, and I was like, I'm in 4th grade, whatever, 5th grade, whenever we had her.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I just remember that being so fucking weird.
Like, who'd you have for health in middle school?
Uh,
There was 2 of them.
I had Restivo, but you probably had fucking Fagerstrom, whatever.
Or
her
high
name was.
school. High school.
Yeah, I had Restivo.
High school?
No. Oh, I had skinny bald guy.
Okay, you.
Pinocchio.
Like Miss Sample.
Yeah, that's Fagerstrom or whatever. She had me on Facebook. Swear to God, she had me on
You
Facebook.
got any stories to tell?
No, she was married at the time.
And the other one,
I don't know why she had me on Facebook.
Miss
Shout
Law?
out Fagerstrom.
Miss. She changed her name and got married or something. What?
Yeah, she got married. She was Sample. Now she's Fagerstrom.
Oh, that's a
Fagerstrom.
terrible name.
Terrible name.
Fagerstrom. What? And the other one, Miss Love or Miss Long? That's the one I had.
I don't know who Miss Long is.
Or, yeah,
I think her name's even. I think it's Fagerstrom Grubb or something crazy.
That's disgusting. Keep Miss Sample.
Anna Fagerstrom Grubb. She got married twice. Her, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she had me on Facebook. Shout out.
Or did you add her?
No, she added me out of nowhere. I swear to God, it was so weird.
You hooking up with teachers now?
I fucking wish at some point in my life that happened.
You know what's crazy? Do you remember like when Zion Williamson was huge and he was like in high school? That dude looked older than my father.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about? I know you don't really
Well, I
follow.
know the basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't follow him when he was in high school.
Imagine teachers swooming over that guy.
Swooning.
Same thing.
Swooming. Sultan.
She.
I don't get that. I have no. I
don't
heard
either.
people started saying that, and I have no idea where that came from or what that even means.
I don't either. I did it because you did it, and it made me laugh really
Or
hard.
something. I don't even know what they're saying. I just know it's a noise. Yeah, no. Well, I guess that goes back into just the teachers that hook up with students, right? Like how gnarly that is. Or speaking
It
of that,
goes back
did
to
you
the
see-
18 thing. If they're a senior in high school, then.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's also like a child, like they're in school.
Yeah, like you're in charge of taking care of them.
Yeah.
You're basically their babysitter.
They have to raise their hand to go to potty.
And they're just like, well, while your dick's out, might as well. But
Okay.
where was I going with that? What were we just talking about?
Hooking up with teachers.
Oh, there was that show on Hulu that like A Teacher it was called. It had
I've heard of it. I never watched. I guess I don't have Hulu.
what's the team? Who are the people that own the Steelers?
Fuck if I know. Fuck the Steelers.
Yeah, fuck the Steelers. But whatever the team is, the daughter, I forget what her fucking name is, but she was in it, and I was like, what a fucking weird show. I get that it's like art and whatever, but it was just like
Why? What was the show?
it was literally the entire show was like a teacher grooming a fucking young child, and they like would fuck. Like that was the entirety of the show.
A real show?
Yeah, it was like a TV show on Hulu. It was like a limited series. It was like this teacher who like was
Like, was it supposed to be fake or was it like a documentary?
no, it was
real
like
show?
no, it was like a scripted drama. But it was like this teacher who was giving the student like SAT prep, and then was like grooming him and like would take him on trips to like bang him. And then it like got kind of dark. She like fucking ruined his life or whatever. Like it was weird.
I won't say this guy's name, but one of them just went through it. What, last year, 2 years ago? Banged a student
When
and lost everything.
from
Job, wife.
from our school,
Yeah.
I know there was a teacher who was sending nudies around, and she had a daughter that went to our school. I will talk about it all after. I'm not gonna name that dirty laundry out there,
Oh,
but
or you could text me. Now I'm fucking.
I'll
My
text
ears
you.
are popped open.
Let me see. I don't know who the guy was. Who's the guy? It was a guy that did it. What school?
Ours.
Middle school or high school?
High school.
Really?
I knew. Well, I didn't know if that one was true.
Okay, I heard it was true.
I didn't know. It wouldn't surprise me.
I know the daughter was fucking annoying.
Oh, the daughter. Yeah. Oh,
God awful. Just like nails on a chalkboard.
she used to be my neighbor.
Really?
Yeah.
Did the mom ever try and like holla at you?
No, I moved before I even knew her.
It's a shame. You could have
Maybe. I don't really. No. Yeah.
could have been a story, T. You could have told it on a podcast 10 years later.
I do. Well, I kind of got a story.
Do it. Tell it.
Well,
Tell it.
they lived next door, and my sister was really good friends with the daughter.
Okay.
And my sister had a whole bunch of people over, and this is like a story from my sister. I don't know anything about this. She said like they were doing something, and the daughter just got like completely naked, and everybody
No,
just
she
sat
didn't.
there and just what's going on? What are we doing here? What is this turning into?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Really? She just randomly got naked?
Yeah.
How many people were there?
Oh, just a handful, a couple.
That's like what every teenage boy thinks happens at like girl sleepovers. That one, like everyone just fucking gets naked.
Yeah.
But really, she's just the fucking weird girl that got naked in front of everyone.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me though. She was a fucking weird.
That
weird
was, but
person.
that was also, I mean, I don't want to say decades, but a decade and a half or so, maybe decades.
Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
a long time ago. Do you have any other stories?
Not off the top of my
Not
head.
off the top of your head. That's all right. We go on a lot of tangents on this podcast.
Podcast should have been called Tangents.
That would have been a good one.
I kind of like that. We might have to rebrand.
We do. I just don't know what else we can do. Like, I enjoy what we do on this podcast. I don't know if there's other formats that we can do. If there's like topics that we should just like repeatedly talk about, or I mean, because if anyone wants to know, bring the curtain back. All we do is we think about topics that we want to talk about throughout the week, and then we kind of loosely have a roadmap, and then we just kind of bullshit. And I kind of enjoy the bullshitting aspect of it.
Yeah, it's a
but
very loose
very loose.
type thing. And we've talked about that off air. Like, format. Like, should we have segments? What should this be, and what should we do to keep you guys entertained?
Because otherwise, I just have lists of things. Like, for example, I wanted to talk about how some people don't wash their legs. Did you know that was a thing?
I've never heard of such a thing.
You've never heard of people?
I've heard of not
think-
washing hair.
No, yuck.
It's supposed to dry it out or something if you wash it every
I'm
day.
a fucking barber, and I'm telling you to wash your fucking hair. So a lot of people, I've heard that, and it's fucking gross. So what they say, if you just shampoo your hair like every day and you don't condition it or anything, then yes, that can dry out your hair.
But that's me.
Well, why don't you condition your fucking hair? You're gonna wash every other day.
Because the conditioner bottle that I have, it seems like it goes out so quick.
That you don't? Did you need a
So I
dime?
do it, like,
a
every
dime
other day.
size, a dime to a nickel size.
But it doesn't lather enough.
Do you want to know a fun fucking fact? So back in the day when they were testing like shampoos and conditioners, they did a bunch of sample studies, and they gave a group of people shampoo and conditioner that lathered and shampoo and conditioner that didn't lather. Both of them cleaned your hair exactly the same, but the people that got the lathering shampoo said that their hair felt cleaner. But in
Yeah, I
reality,
feel
it
like
was the exact same thing.
You get through all the bristles.
And that's, you want to know what dries out your hair? All that added bullshit that they put in your hair to have the shampoo lather, that's what dries your hair out. Fun fact.
I feel like you're lying, but I believe it.
Wow. I spent way too much money to go to that fucking school to lie to you.
I've definitely, and I think it's mostly a woman thing that you don't wash their hair every day.
Don't wash your hair every day, but you need to wash your hair.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Not every day.
Oh, okay. I thought you just meant some people don't wash their hair.
No,
Oh, okay. That's what you said. I said people who don't wash their legs.
I thought you said don't wash their legs every day.
No, some people just don't wash their legs.
Why would they do that?
Because they think the water just goes down and cleans themselves. I like genuinely. I
Those
think
same people piss on themselves in the shower.
100%. I think it was like a bit from like a TV show, but some people like genuinely believed it, and I think that's.
I feel like
crazy.
I've heard that now.
that people don't wash their legs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
But because they think that, yeah, and if you body wash and it washes down your legs,
But you're clearly not washing your legs, right?
shit, my legs are hairy. I gotta wash that.
But you just gotta think how dirty and sweat that must be. Like,
Does that include feet?
you don't wash your feet?
I wash everything. I'm saying those people.
Oh, I'm sure they don't wash their feet. No. If they don't wash their legs, why would they get down and wash their feet and skip that entire plot of land?
Plot of land. Yeah, I don't know.
That's like that's like building an entire like shopping center and leaving the crack house next door. Why would you do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I wash everything.
And then in my head, I'm like, do they wash their like dick, or do they just leave that? Like, do they wash that area? Because that it just fucking washes down, right?
Do they wash anything?
Do
They just wash their
exactly.
hair and just let it fucking the soap and brain fart.
What an
I
idiot!
can't think of the word.
Oh,
The
what a
bubbles or
loser.
whatever fall down.
Good. Good.
The bubbles,
Whatever it is, when you
the
do
lather, the
No, the lather is
foam.
the foam is what I was kind of gonna. I said something, but they didn't come out.
No, it did not come out. Oh man, yeah. Some people are weird.
Yeah.
Some people are weird. I don't know. I really gave up trying to understand people.
Do you floss?
Yeah. Do you floss?
No.
Okay. I heard it's good for you, so I did.
I heard it's the best. Takes too much time.
It takes too much time.
Yeah. To get in between all the teeth.
Yeah. I mean, do you brush?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. I mean, you could have not done either, and that'd be not good.
I didn't brush today. Forgot. Woke up
No,
too late.
You didn't. Really?
But every other day, yeah.
You said every other day?
But besides today,
Oh.
like every other day I
I
do.
thought you meant you brush every other day.
No.
I'm like, so you wash your hair and brush you brush your teeth on your hair washing days?
Yeah.
That's gnarly,
It's a
man.
cycle.
Oh, I forgot. You have like the 10 in 1. Does your shampoo also double as your toothpaste?
See, no, Bobby. No, that's separate.
Oh,
I have to buy Sensodyne.
yeah. Probably
Too much
'cause-
sweets.
Probably because you don't floss. It's all correlated, man.
How does flossing prevent
I don't know.
cavities?
I'm not a fucking dentist. I'm sure it does something. You get all the gunk that's in between, I think.
But
I
it's
don't know.
in the tooth. It's not. Flossing is in the middle of each tooth.
Dude, I have no idea. I'm not a dentist. I'm a barber and a podcaster.
You're a podcaster, dude.
I'm a dude.
Do you tell people that? You
Guys,
should hang something
hey,
up in your
everyone,
in your shop.
thank you. I just want to thank everyone for listening to our podcast because we have made $1.18 in ad revenue because you people are watching and listening to this podcast, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because that little over $1 is really helping us out, so I appreciate it.
Now we gotta spend our riches.
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe we'll buy some fucking floss for Tyler.
I don't think we have enough yet. I have to wait a couple weeks for a couple more views.
Oh man, little by little, I keep seeing that number go up. It's kind of cool. I mean, little
The
emphasis
dollar,
on the little,
dollar?
yeah, emphasis on the little by little. But
Well,
we
yeah.
need to get more sponsors.
We need a sponsor.
We have Anchor.
Yeah, we do have Anchor.
We have Anchor. That's the only sponsor.
You think if we do another one in the middle of the show, will we get double?
I guess if you do podcast or if you do sponsors in the middle of the show, it pays more. Supposedly, I don't
That
know.
must be why people do it, and I hate it.
I hate it too.
Are we people of money or are we people of morals?
We are people of standards.
So are we doing it or we don't doing it?
No, we're not doing it.
Okay, good.
We're not. No, we're letting the people listen to the podcast uninterrupted. Because we're talking about some very heavy things in here. We don't want to.
Sheesh.
I hate that so much. I think it's the dumbest thing in the entire world. I
No
don't even
cap.
get it. No cap. 100. Keep it 100. No cap.
For show. One time, when I used to work at Robo, there used to be this guy, and every day he
I
would come.
love the Robo stories so much.
He used to come in, and he'd be like, "Yo, T, how you?" And like the first time that he did it, I was just like waiting. I was like, "What'd you say?" I said, "How you?" How do I what? You're not finishing this. How are you doing, T? I go, oh, I'm good.
After today, we were sitting at we were getting lunch, and we were sitting at one of the booths looking out today, and some girl came to the window asking for money, and she was like, money. And I was like, no, we don't. And Tyler was like, what does she want? What does she want? I'm like, Tyler, she wants some money. What'd you say? You're like, oh, I thought maybe she wanted a pen. I was like, why the fuck would she need a pen,
what
Tyler?
gesture she was doing. She kept going like, yeah, write something. Nope.
Nope, she wanted money.
After her boyfriend was like, he went. So if there's a big glass window, he walks straight up to the window and like stares in and like licks his lips, and he's like starts nodding his head like that shit look good,
Yeah.
and then he leaves.
Oh, I feel bad now. Should have gave him money. Should have gave him a
I
pen
don't
at
have any
least.
cash.
Why didn't you give her a pen at
I have a
least?
pencil.
Could have gave her a pencil.
She could have asked me in pen if she wanted money.
That's funny. Oh, we're bad idols. Do you have any good idols? Do you have any people you look up to that aren't like us?
I have do I have idols? I feel like idols is a strong word.
Like Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson,
Carrie Underwood. I would die for Carrie Underwood.
Rupert Grint. No, that's not it. Ruben Studdard. That was it.
Way off there.
Clay Aiken. They were all idols, right?
American ones.
Yeah.
Yep, they were.
I wanted to use that for so long.
No, like inspiration people. Is that? I wouldn't say that they're idols though.
Inspirational. I don't want to use the term people. People of inspiration that you look up to.
Like my first one was Rogan, which is such a macho fucking type guy answer.
Hey.
But can I tell you why?
Sure. And I'll tell you why I don't like him anymore.
You could say any more, but why I like him. Like, so when I used to work for the Jamestown City, I was just like, I would listen to the same music every day. And then one day, I saw that fucking little purple button. This is like 2012, 2013 podcast. Had no idea what it was. Clicked on it, and I see fucking Joe Rogan. Like, the dude from Fear Factor. Like, what is this? And I started listening. And, like, the reason that I like Rogan so much, not because I think he's, like, super smart or, like, I share all the same views as him and everything, but, like, his mindset. Like, excuse me. Like, I remember, I wish I could remember who he had on, but I remember he was talking to somebody, and his guest was just like, man, everything sucks, and I'm so sad, and all this different shit. And he's like, why? Like, you can choose to be happy. Like, if you just look at everything positively. Like, that, and he ranted on about that, and it just stuck in me, because I don't think anybody ever sees me, like, down in the dumps or like angry or anything. Like if something bad is going on, it's gonna end. Yep. There's no reason to stay down. So like that mentality, like I owe a lot to him because I've just carried that since then. So a decade.
No, that's good. And you know what? I enjoy the guy for that. And I used to love his podcast. I would tune in like almost every podcast because the guests that he would bring on, it was once he made the switch to Spotify that I kind of checked out. I just couldn't do it anymore.
I think a lot of people did.
And I think we've talked about this in the past. It was that I loved that podcast because I felt like he would get all these guests that didn't have a platform to talk in other places, and they would have a full, uninterrupted 3-hour conversation about what this person believes in and like their ideas, and they would go back and forth, and they would air out kind of their thoughts, and that was the appeal of it. It was an uninterrupted podcast where you just you had a full conversation. It wasn't a clickbait like soundbite like you have on news or other like platforms. And then once he went to Spotify, there were a lot of guests that they deleted their conversations because they wanted to censor them. Mm-hmm. And he lied about it. And he was like, no, like it was a technical error or whatever bullshit. And then it comes out that Spotify didn't want certain people on the podcast. And then also now there are times where I'd listen to the podcast and they'd be mid-conversation and then an ad would come in. And then when they came back, the conversation would like cut to something else.
Like it was edited.
Like it was edited out. And I was like, I don't like him that much. Where I'm like, I liked the idea of his podcast and what it was, and I was like on board for that. And then once I kind of think that it's completely something else, I'm like, I'm not that plugged in or that much of a stan that I'm just.
And I was. And it goes back to, I've said this numerous times, like in the Black Mirror, you know, the social score that you just have that people can see.
Mhm.
I wish I had it for the amount of hours like that I've listened to him. Like
A lot.
thousands of hours.
Oh yeah. He had
Because
some great. I mean, listen, I talk about idols. That's why I'm a huge Jordan Peterson fan. Like I love.
did you
Jordan.
and you got him from him.
I was introduced to Jordan Peterson from Joe Rogan, and I'm super grateful, right? But like, it's just not the same. I don't know anymore. With
I don't know.
JP.
I was my dad used to call me a Roganite.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of them. Just like his attitude on how to view everything, like who he is kind of as a person, is what I liked.
That's good. I think my biggest one. I think Jordan Peterson is the best.
I don't listen to him much besides when he's on
No.
there.
Have
and
you
I
read
see
his book?
skits. No,
Do you want to read his book?
I'll
let
read
you
his
take
book.
it. I'll get it later. He has a book. He has 2 books. Well, he has like 3 books out, but the one is like 12 Rules for Life, Antidote for Chaos. It's just like 12 rules to like live. I'll tell you what. Any person who thinks, I stand by this. Any person who thinks they're like sad or thinks that like they can't do anything or they have no meaning at all, right? I tell everyone to read this book because it's so fucking like helpful, and there's such simple things that I feel like people just don't fucking do. And it's too easy just to be like, my life sucks. There's no getting better, when there's like there are steps that you can take to fucking have a better life.
Yeah, and I remember my dad saying one time, like I can only remember 2 times in my life where I had like real anxiety, like that kind of, like you just felt so overwhelmed that you're like nothing's ever gonna get better. And my dad was like, it's your obligation to change whatever you want to change.
It's your life. Yeah.
You can literally do whatever you want to do.
And so the first chapter of this book talks about like standing upright with your shoulders back, like with confidence basically, and he goes back into like how if you believe in evolution, right? Like we evolved from like lobsters. Like it's almost a joke, but like he always references like these lobsters. And basically lobsters have like a hierarchy. So basically the strongest lobsters are the ones that appeal to all the women, that do better in life, that do everything, right? So it's like how you carry yourself.
Is this a metaphor? Is this like
No, it's like real.
Oh,
like so
okay.
we carry after. So like if you're defeated, like you are, you're sad, your dopamine levels are low. So like if you don't have little wins or you don't set goals that you can achieve to, you're always going to be let down. You're never going to have that level of like succeeding or that level of like winning. So it's one of those things where like if you don't put yourself in a position to succeed, of course you're going to fail. And it just kind of I don't know, it's just such an interesting.
Yeah, and I love that type of stuff. I'll definitely read that book.
I'll give it to you when you
I
leave.
do need a new one too.
I'll give it to you. It's really good. It's a hardcover.
Guess how many books I read last year?
I'm gonna guess
Or last year, let's say the last since
36.
Okay, no.
Are you giving you too much credit?
Yeah,
14.
close. I read like 10 or 11, 12 or books or something. And a lot of them were like real thick books.
Like the Anna Kendrick book memoir.
That was a little one, yeah. Like I read America Before by Graham Hancock.
Uh-huh.
That shit was like 700 pages and fucking dense.
Thick.
Yeah. I just read Neil Peart's memoir on the plane. You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
He is what some would say the greatest drummer ever, top 5 at
Ooh.
least,
What about Tommy Lee?
for Rush.
Oh, he just died, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was one of the, I don't know, super good book, but that was the last one that I read, and I was proud of myself. Or no, I think I read 9, and I read 12 within the last year and a half is what it was.
There you go.
My goal this year is double digits.
We should do a book podcast.
You know, I
Do you
started
think people
out.
care that much about reading?
I started on my Instagram, like one of the highlights was TK Book Club, and I stopped posting them, but I was gonna do
There's
that.
only like 3 on there. I looked in not too long ago.
I know, and I have them all. I have to, because like what I like to do is take a picture of something that I think kind of it's like a small symbol of whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Neil Peart one Ghost Rider I took on the plane right next to the window with everything looking down.
Yeah.
Like and I haven't
I
posted
think
it.
the Anna Kendrick one you did at a coffee shop.
Yeah,
Because it made you think
with
of
a
coffee.
smiley face on the little fucking thing. I don't know why you dog me about the Anna Kendrick one all the time.
I just don't like Anna Kendrick. There's
Really?
something. I think it's about her voice, and
I
she looks
like
a
Anna
little
Kendrick
mouse.
a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan.
Bitter.
You're right. I am better. I've had better days. Knocking her camera. Yeah, I don't know. Any other idols?
I like Brendan Schaub a lot.
Is he a fighter, comedian?
Yeah, he was a ex.
Fighter and comedian.
Yeah, ex-fighter.
Do we have any idols that we haven't been introduced from Joe Rogan?
Well, I like him just because he's always going. He's always doing something.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are somewhere. Kind of put me on the spot.
A little bit, right?
I don't know. I like Dave Portnoy a lot.
Isn't he so funny? I could watch his pizza reviews. Listen, every pizza review is exactly the same, and like it's fine, it is. But I could watch them nonstop, back to back, for hours. I think they're the most entertaining things, and I'll never go to any of these pizza places. But I find it's so funny that it's like those artists that all they do is sit in a room and draw a circle over and over again for fucking their entire life. This guy just reviews pizzas out in front of them.
Well, he's another guy that he is always doing something. He's always going. And I just, like, that's going to be me.
Didn't he sell Barstool? Isn't he like a millionaire? Like, how much money is he? I thought he sold Barstool.
He did.
They're controlling whatever.
Yeah. Penn National Gaming. I own Penn.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bought it at $12. It was as high as like 140 something once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you sell?
No.
What's it at right now?
Last I knew it was like at 82. It's been a rough
That's
week.
not bad, though.
It was hovering like right around 120s, 118.
Did you buy it when they bought, or?
Yeah, when they bought
When they
last year
bought them
during
out.
the pandemic, like during summer, I bought it at like $12, and it was as low as like $3.
Bargain.
But when it was at $3, I was like, I don't know if I trust it that much.
Yeah. But isn't that crazy that that's the time? Oh, speaking of whatever, we were talking about like Dogecoin. Didn't it take a pretty gnarly drop the other day?
Yeah. Yeah. When Elon Musk hosted Saturday Night Live,
Didn't he
which
say-
I thought it was going to pump it.
Didn't he say he had Asperger's?
Yeah.
That he like, came out and like, good for him. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I saw that it just.
I don't really know what
crashed.
Asperger's is.
I think it's just you kind of get like hype. He kind of explained it. I thought you get like
I didn't
hyperly
watch it.
obsessed with things.
Oh, then that feels like a good disease to have.
I guess
A good mental disorder.
maybe. I mean, you'd think more people would be billionaires with Asperger's, but
I had something I was going to say about Doge. Doggy coin.
isn't it so much more fun to say doggy coin than it is to say
Doggy, yeah.
Dogecoin?
We should just hop on that train.
Doggy coin.
Which maybe that's what I wanted to say. Like I just realized it now that the symbol is a dog and it's dog E.
Yeah, it's a Shiba Inu or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
But I never put it together with the doggy. Like look at his doggy.
Yeah, I always called it dog because it was a joke. Like I don't know what it's actually called, but yeah. Ooh,
Doge.
question: do you say GIF or GIF?
GIF.
I say GIF.
That's like peanut butter.
Well, it's what the guy said it was called, so it's GIF. The guy who created it said GIF, so I said GIF.
No, GIF would be with a J.
What?
GIF would be with a J.
Why would you say that?
Sound it out.
Yeah, but he made it. He invented the word. So why
What
would you?
word starts with a G that's J?
Giraffe.
Got me.
Bitch.
Got me. Gerald.
Geronimo.
Yeah, got 'em.
Gigantic. No, that's a G.
Maybe they're the same. Do they have the same thing? J and G?
What do you mean?
They sound the same.
Well, depending on what word you do, yeah. Like jump and gigantic.
Pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. It's practically the same. Anything else you want to talk about on the podcast today, B?
You don't have any more idols?
No, not really.
Just Jordan
Jordan
Peterson?
Peterson's the man.
Wow, you're gonna get canceled for that one.
Yeah, right. 'Cause everyone says
Everybody
he's a white
hates him.
supremacist. Yeah. I don't get the hate. Anyone that's listened to an interview or read his book should. I don't get it.
You read a lot, or do you read a
Yeah,
lot? I know
I
you
do.
have all these.
I have a
books behind me,
bookshelf. I
but
read,
do you
yeah.
still read?
Yeah.
When do you have time to read? Because you're always busy whenever we're trying to do
I
something.
used to read every night before I'd go to bed. I would be like that guy.
What, a chapter? What?
Yeah, a chapter or
Because
two.
I'd have to read a chapter. I can't stop. You know, in the
Mid-chapter?
sitcoms,
No, I can't read mid-
people are
yeah.
just fucking reading, and then I go, oh, and then I put the bookmark in and fucking put
Yeah, I
done.
can't do that either.
I couldn't. I
I
can't
need to.
either.
I need to finish the thought.
Yeah.
It's like watching a TV show and stopping mid episode.
How fast of a reader are you?
For a while, when I was being real, when I just worked like a shitty 9 to 5 job, I would read like a book every week and a half, give or take.
How big's a book?
I mean, like a novel, it's like 250 pages
Oh, that's
or
nothing.
300. Yeah, it's nothing. But like I would read about a
Still
book
faster than
yeah.
me. But it depends on the book.
Now, I mean, I couldn't tell you. Jordan Peterson book, and then what other book did I just read? I read the Chuck Palahniuk book on writing, which was okay, I guess.
The what on who's on
Chuck
how?
Palahniuk, you know the movie Fight Club?
Yeah.
He wrote Fight Club as a book before, but it's that author.
Oh. You got any books you want to read?
What else is on that list that I've been trying to? I never read Slaughterhouse-Five.
I didn't read 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't know what
Nice
that
one.
is.
There's a book over there called I, Lucifer that I started reading and I never finished it, and I like to read that one a lot too.
Okay.
It's about like actually kind of just like a show Lucifer, but it's not tight. It's like I'm not gonna bring it. I'll bring it up next time I read it. But yeah, no, I used to try and read about a book a week. That was like my goal, but then I would stop and
Because I have a problem buying books. I don't seem to have the time to
read.
get into them as much as I'd like to.
You trying to make a book club?
Again, the time. We'd have to cut back on cornhole.
Oh my gosh! Listen, we are right now. We're doing a podcast a week. We're doing cornhole, bocce. That's it.
Working
But
full times.
working full times, all the times.
All the times.
Part time, full time, all the times. I don't know. I thought this was a pretty good podcast. I enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, seemed a little shorter though.
Yeah, but we're also doing 2 this week, so I wanted to save some of the stuff we're going to talk about, I think.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, let me get that book.
I'll give you that book.
How long is that book?
Like 300 pages, maybe. It's not terrible. It's a really it's a
But is
really
it
good
easy read?
Yeah, it's a pretty good read. You know, he writes like he talks. So if you like the way he talks, then it's fine. If you don't, then you know.
Well, he's got like a specific way of talking.
Yeah, it's very Canadian. It's very
Okay, well, if that's what you want to call it.
it's very Canadian Asperger's.
Am I gonna read it in Canadian?
Yeah.
French?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Rule number 1.
All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. And make sure you tune in the following week. I'll be on vacation, but the podcast will still come out. Yeah. Bye, guys.